Harrison Primary School. Welcome to another Science Snacks, science activities that you can do at home. Today we're going to be looking at felt tip pens. And whilst we're doing this, we're also going to be making a lovely bunch of flowers. I'm starting off with a piece of paper towel. Because I want to make it into a flower shape, I'm going to fold it into half, half again, and just on this diagonal here, half again. So half and a half and a half. If I cut it round here, how many petal shapes will I have? So I'm cutting it out like this with a little circle shape here. And when I unfold it, yes, that's right, 8 petals. What I need to do now is to draw a circle in the centre here with a felt tip pen. I suggest you use a dark colour to start with, like black, brown or blue. They work very well. Here's how I draw the circle. A roll of sellotape is just the right size for drawing that circle. So put your paper towel down on a protective surface like a piece of newspaper. Sit the sellotape roll in the middle and draw inside it with a pen. Here's my circle. I'm now going to scrunch this up just from the very centre here so it forms a flower shape. The important thing is that I have a bit here which doesn't have any felt tip pen colour on, because I'm going to place this in a very small amount of water in this little mini cup here. It's about 1 centimetre of water, and I'm just going to put that in there so the water touches the bottom of the flower. What do you think is going to happen? As soon as the paper gets in the water, you can see the water starting to absorb and be soaked up into the paper towel. It's made up of lots of little fibres, and the fibres have got little gaps between them, and the water is really light sticking onto the fibres. It's attracted to them and it moves up and up the fibres. This is called capillary action, and it helps the ink and the water move all the way up right to the top of the paper towel. After a minute or two, look, you can see the ink's no longer just a plain black colour. It's starting to separate into a blue layer at the top and a pink layer at the bottom. This is because black ink is a mixture of different colours, and each colour sticks differently to the paper, so they move at different speeds and they separate out. The scientific word for this is chromatography. When the water gets a couple of centimetres from the edge of the paper, just move it over into a separate dry cup. When it's finished, you'll need to hang this up somewhere to dry, maybe using a peg or a clip. Just be aware that it is still wet and it's dripping, and some of the dripping water is going to have some felt tip pen colour. So whatever you do, put something underneath it to catch any drips, please. And if you decide to use your washing line, which is a good idea for drying, please wipe it down afterwards, because otherwise you will be deeply unpopular because you will have left colour all over your pegs and washing line. Once my flower is dried out completely, I can reform it into a flower shape. I can go back to the middle bit again and twist it round a bit and attach a little bit of wire or pipe cleaner or something like that, or maybe stick it onto a straw so that it now has its flower shape here and it has its stalk. This is how the black ink looks when the colours have been separated out. You could compare different colour pens to see what inks they're made from. Here are 2 different makes of black pens. They've got a very different colour mix. Some pen colours are just made of one type of colour, but you can get a pretty shading effect all the same. And once you have discovered which pens give the best effects, you can try different patterns and make some bright multicoloured flowers. You could explore different shapes of paper, or different ways to hold the paper, like this. If you try permanent marker pens, you'll find that unlike the felt tip pens, they don't run in water, so this can be quite helpful if what you want to do is keep part of your design in one place.